Iowa Central Tritons leading off and playing left field is number 4, Austin Halligan. Batting second, your center fielder, number 11, Nick Boyd. Batting third, first baseman, number 5, Franklin Diaz. Batting cleanup and playing right field is number 34, Stephen Calderon. Batting fifth and playing third base will be number 15, Junior Aracena. Batting sixth and catching will be number 30, Kyle Future. Batting seventh and playing second base is number 6, Spencer Franco. Batting 8 is your designated hitter. That is Jared Rankin. Batting ninth and playing shortstop, number 27, Rodney Rodriguez. And starting pitching today will be number 12, Max Steffen. The Titans are led by Coach Justin Meyer. Fans, we all know that you please rise and join the tribute to our country as we play our national anthem.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Ed Barber Field. Beautiful day for baseball, and we're playing too. Iowa Central 9-1 on this homestand so far. One game they lost yesterday. They split a doubleheader, won the first one 4-2 with DeLeon pitching. Second game, Allers started, and they ended up getting run-ruled. They lost 14-0, so both teams took one yesterday. They'll be looking to see who can come out of this series with an edge. And it'll be Max Steffens on the mound trying to calm down this offense, as I mentioned. Big day yesterday, but they're going to have to do it against a pitcher who comes in red hot. Last time out against Ellsworth, Steffens threw 7 complete innings, gave up no runs on 2 hits, kept it clean, and there were no errors behind him. So Iowa Central had a heck of a defensive day last time he was on the mound. They'll be looking to continue that. Behind him defensively, catching for him is Kyle Snucher. Playing first base is going to be Fran Diaz. Playing second, Spencer Franco. Over at the hot corner playing third is Junior Aracena. Playing shortstop is Rodney Rodriguez. And then the outfield from left to right goes Halligan, Boys, and Steven Calderon. Steffens will throw a little bit of everything. Got a two-seamer, got a cutter, got a good changeup, and a curveball he'll break out on occasion. So that ball come out of his hand going mid-80s, and you don't know which way it's going to break. Spots up well, and if he's on his game, he's tough to hit. Throw coming down, due up. In the first for Kirkwood is Howell, Mosley, Elione, and Crater.
Leading off for the Eagles, shortstop Corey Howell.
So Howell's going to dig in. Has the look of a leadoff hitter. Long limbs, decent speed. He'll look for a contact stroke just to get on here. Steffens. You'll see a lot of ground balls today if he's on his game. Last time I mentioned he went a complete game, went 7 innings, only had 4 strikeouts, but was able to keep it clean. It tells you he pitches the contact, and there is the cutter running away from the right-handed batter. Swung on in, missed down low, 0-1. Steffens on the 0-1 trying to get ahead of the leadoff batter. He's bounced that one in the dirt. Snucher able to dig that out, 1-1 though. Iowa Central looking Well, they're looking for an inning right here just to start this game off better than it ended yesterday. They gave up 11 runs in a single inning last time, so looking to prevent a big inning today. And if they do that, like I mentioned before, they split 1-1. These two teams very evenly ranked. Iowa Central 4th in the conference, Kirkwood 5th. So both teams looking to maybe use this as a stepping stone to climb up the ladder. This cutter runs down and away, 2-2. He's gone hard away, brought one in and then went back away. So down and away seems to be the plan for this at-bat. See where he places this one. Gets him out ahead of that one. Grounded over to Rodriguez. The throw is corralled by Diaz for the out. Good speed down the line there. Almost made that play close, but they'll get Howell by a step.
Second baseman, Chili Mosley.
So Mosley walks in, just trying to get anything going now. One out after the leadoff hitter goes down. First pitch is painting that bottom right corner. Just gets it over the black for strike one. Steffens, as I mentioned before, doesn't miss spots very often, especially when he's on this one on a rope. It's hit well, but it's hit right to Rodriguez. And the hard hit ball is just going to give him a little bit more time to deal with the one-hopper. So a busy man here, the first two outs. Ground outs to Rodriguez. Now Elon coming in. Steffens looking to get to as quick of a 1-2-3 as he can here and get himself rolling. First inning's always a dangerous one for a pitcher. It's usually when you don't quite have your full stuff. The arm's not fully loose. So you don't want to come out and get rocked in the first before you're ready. But so far, Steffens spotting up very well. And here's a lazy pop fly. Over to second base. Spencer Franco will go back, catch it over his shoulder. And Iowa Central gets him 1-2-3.
No runners left on base.
Through the first. Gets through that nice and clean, and now Iowa Central is going to have a chance to try to get something going with the bats, maybe jump out to a lead here. We'll be right back with the bottom of the first after this short break on the Triton Nation Network.
Moving on for the Tritons, left fielder, Austin Halligan.
Now Austin Halligan's going to step up. Left-handed contact here at the top of the order behind him. Is going to be, as I flip over my scorecard here, is going to be Nick Boyes, Fran Diaz, and then Steven Calderon if they get to him. So those are the Tritons that are due up for this. Bottom of the first. On the mound, Peyton Long. Hard-throwing right-hander. Gets out ahead of this one. One hops it over into the dugout. 0-1. Halligan, a good top-of-the-order hitter. Short stroke to the ball. Sprays line drives around the field, just about every part of the field. Comfortable batting with 2 strikes and good at working a count. Prototypical leadoff man, he takes one low. 1-1, long misses down and in. The 1-1 pitch, trying to get ahead. Misses inside, pretty much same spot. Unable to find that corner twice, so now Halligan will be working up with the edge. It's 2-1. 2-1 pitch. We'll see how aggressive Halligan wants to be. It's down, and it stays fair. Feet away from being foul. Instead, it's going to be a ground ball over to first for the first out of the Tritons' half of this inning.
Center fielder, Nick Boyes.
So now Boyes walks up. He's batting in the second spot. He'll be seeing some time in center field. It's where they like to play him. Having a little bit of a position battle over in left with Halligan. They've been taking turns, but today they'll both play. You just saw Halligan's at bat. Now Boyes steps in. Tall, lanky left-hander. A lot of power if he can get ahead of one. This one's belled high and away. 1-0. Long, early, trying to find his spots. He got behind the first batter, then got the ground out. Now working down 1-0. This one misses in. So now way up, 2-0. Just trying to get on. Look for boys to take a few here. Although this one's probably going to be a fastball. Try to get back ahead. It is, but it runs up and away again. 3-0. Unable to find the command on the four-seamer so far early. Now he'll have to try to pitch his way back in this at-bat. Boys way ahead in the count. Probably taking here. Taking all the way. Might have been a bit off, but gets a courtesy strike as you often do. 3-0. So now 3-1. Boys will be looking for a base hit or a walk. Either one will do good. He swings at that one. Takes a big hack down low. Probably expanded the zone a little bit there. 3-1. Being aggressive on the hitter's count. Now he's working a full count. The payoff pitch. Fights off a good pitch away. Keeps himself alive. You don't want to allow boys on because he is a dangerous runner. A lot of speed out in front of him, and I like to put him on motion. So you'd like to keep it pretty stress-free and keep a guy like him off base if you can. The payoff pitch. Fights this one off too. So now the 8th pitch of this at-bat upcoming as Boys able to keep himself alive with a couple nice defensive swings. Diaz and Calderon waiting on deck and in the hole respectively. As the 3-2 pitch comes, we'll try it again, and we'll go to the 9th pitch of this at-bat. Boys fighting. Unable to straighten anything out, but also Long unable to put him away. He's been pitching him in the zone 3-2, and Boys has been a little bit aggressive. You wonder if they might start to expand the zone, see if they don't get him fishing, as he is in protect mode. No, this one down the middle, knee high. He gets another piece of that. We'll go to 10. Boys working a long at-bat. It's been 3-2 for 4 pitches, and now he's trying to pay it off. But either way, no matter what happens here, good at-bat here, the second at-bat of the game to make him expend some pitches early. Time called at the plate. Boys appears to be swatting some bugs out of the batter's box. A little bit of a distraction. Good job able to get the time in. Full count, 1 down here. Base is empty, and the check swing is right down the middle anyway. Great at-bat, 11 pitch at-bat, but it's going to end with Boys striking out. And now Diaz will walk up Iowa Central's last chance to get something here in their first offensive frame. It is a good chance, though. Had a lot of success on this homestand. He's looking to stay hot. Oh, this one. Looked like it was going to hit him out of the hand. He curves it in. Beautiful pitch. Catches the inside corner. He's up quickly 0-1. Diaz now a good fastball hitter if he can get one, but they're not going to give him anything straight. Second curveball in a row. So they've gone with the hook twice. They've got him way out ahead of one. They got him looking the other. You wonder if they're going to keep going to the curveball until he proves he can hit it, or if they're going to try to sneak one past him, maybe belt high and hot here. So we'll see what they go with. It's a fastball, and he gets a lot of that one. It's going to have a chance to leave. It's high. It's deep. Oh, it's at the base of the fence. He's going to have a double. Missed the breakout run by feet as it lands right at the base of the fence and just sticks there. Got an awful lot of that one. Off the bat, it looked like it might be leaving. But as it goes, Steven Calderon is going to come up with an RBI opportunity now. Great swing of the bat on the fastball. Had him way out ahead of that curveball. They tried to sneak a fastball by him. Got his hands through in plenty of time. Able to deposit that one deep into left field. Stayed in the park, but now waiting in scoring position for Calderon. 2 outs, their last chance to get something out of this. Oh, and it's a curveball. He rode that one all the way. That's going to be a double in the left center gap. And Diaz is going to score easily, and Calderon is going to be standing in second with a double. So they get the initial 2 outs with the ground out from Halligan and the strikeout to Boys, but then 2 doubles from Diaz and Calderon, and Iowa Central is on the board here early. And now Aracena, a dangerous man and Mr. Double so far, had a 3-game stretch in this homestand where he had at least 2 doubles in every one of those ball games. So if anyone is who you want in this RBI opportunity, it's right here. And that's why he's batting in the 5th spot. The traditional RBI opportunity, it's for a man who can drive the ball. He'll step out here. So Iowa Central looking to expand on this, maybe put up a crooked number in this inning. Already got a demon of success, but with one of their better hitters at the plate and a runner in scoring position, they're looking for more. This one's a fastball, knee high, well located for strike 1. As I mentioned before, beautiful day, about 65. Wind is dancing between being dead and blowing just slightly out to center field, but not enough to put too much of an effect on any ball that's been hit today, and there's been 2 hit high and deep already. But now Aracena is going to have to protect, down 0-2, with a golden run, just waiting to be knocked in if he could find it. As I mentioned before, Kirkwood put up 14 their last time out, so Iowa Central, if you can get a lead on him early, you don't feel like one is going to be too cozy with the way both these offenses swing, and he's going to swing through the curveball inside. Well located, looked like he was looking for the heater. Gets ahead and over that, so Iowa Central's going to scrape across 1 with 2 doubles in a row, and then Aricena's going to go down swinging. But not before they get 1, so Iowa Central up 1-0 quickly. We'll be right back with the top of the second here on the Tri-Nation Network. So Kreider's going to walk up, and as I mentioned, you're going to see a lot of ground balls today. All 3 outs in the first inning. Ground balls, so they're going to be looking to at least find a line drive here, but it's tough. A lot of movement, decent velocity, and he usually keeps you around your knees. It's really tough to lift one against Steffens, and right there just pegs his spot. Around knee high, maybe at the bottom of the kneecaps, buries it in the corner, and now he's up ahead. Oh, this one's a cutter that gets a lot of it hit. It's down the line. It's slicing. Oh, it's going to hook inside the pole. An official's going to say it snuck inside, and that's a home run that didn't get more than I'd say 15 feet off the ground. It's 1-1 after a ripped line drive. Off the bat, I was thinking it was either going to land foul or be a double off the wall, but it squeaks inside the right field foul pole. And Kreider's got himself a home run. So now both teams have fired their opening salvos. It's 1-1. Bordner stepping in after the Creator home run. This one's down in the dirt. 1-0. And now the wind blowing a little bit out to right, so if you can get one up in the jet stream, you just saw the results. This one a little bit more centrally located than he wanted to put it. Gets away with it as it's moved, fouled back. 1-1. The Kreider home run looked like he was sitting on that cutter, and if you get the movement, it's moving away from you. He just took it where it was pitched. So now Bordner up in the count, 2-1, and this one's left over, and it might leave the yard. It's tracking him back. Halligan at the warning track, and everyone can breathe a sigh of relief. Tracks that one down, but he got a lot of that ball.
Catches toward Shahidi.
So that's about fair play. from the luck of baseball right there. He leaves a couple over. One of them's a deep pop fly for an out. The other one leaves the yard, but he won't want to be finding that spot again. 0-0 after the warning track shot. Shahadi steps in, takes the first one for a strike. Just one down here. Iowa Central trying to work its way out of this inning. Started with a solo shot, and now trying to keep this game level. Still some time to do damage, though. There's only one out on the board after the deep pop out. So now trying to reset, get some runners on base in front of the bottom of their order. This one's a two-seamer, misses in. 2-1. First time through the lineup, you're going to see a lot of two-seamer, a lot of cutter. He likes to mix that changeup in as the day goes on. This one's a cutter over the outside corner. Not much you're going to do with that one. Beautifully placed pitch. 2-2, we'll see what he goes with here. He just went out. And they go out again. This one off the tip of the bat. It's in between Franco and Rodriguez. Rodriguez is going to take charge. Pop out to the 6. Gathered in by Rodriguez. 2 down. So Clark's going to step in, do his only job on the day. He's the designated hitter. Just looking to put the bat on the ball here. Wind still blowing left to right. Started dead, but it slowly started to pick up. Now straightening the flag out instead of just ruffling it a bit. Moving left to right in front of Boyes' face out in center. The 0-1 pitch after the foul ball. Upcoming, and Steffens has done a good job recovering after the homer. Got 2 straight outs. Now looking to make sure nothing further happens. This one up around the eyes, a fastball taken. The 1-1 pitch, just through the 4-seamer. That's a little cutter over the outside part. Froze him. 1-2. So hard to tell. You see it's released a little bit outside and it's tailing away from you. Hard to tell if it's going to catch the corner or not. There's the changeup. Freezes him. Beautiful pitch for the 3rd out. Decides to go soft on him. Hadn't shown that pitch all day, and the batter wasn't looking for it there. Gets him looking. So Clark goes down looking. Steffens gets through the second one clean, and now it's 1-1 though. A fresh ball game. Iowa Central looking to answer here in the bottom of the second when we're right back here on the Tri-Nation Network. So now Stucci's going to come up. Good news for Steffens. He's pitched well. There's only been 1 hit. The bad news is the one mistake he did make got deposited over the left field fence, so now we're even. Iowa Central 1-1, looking for base runners here, and it steps in the form of Kyle Snucher. Decent-sized kid with a lot of power. Catching this evening. Batting in the 6th spot. Looking to get himself on. This one misses down and away, and this is a good start. He's up in the count early. 2-0. The 2-0, and Long trying to get the control of that 4-seamer. He misses down and away again. It's missed more than it's been able to find the zone so far. And it seems like that's what he wants to be able to set everything up off of, so he needs to be able to find his spot there. That one's knee-high. Down the middle, called for a strike. Snucher was taken all the way, 3-0. Now he should get the green light if he sees something he likes. Perfect hitters count, 3-1. The pitch comes, he takes it in. Well worked at bat from Snucher. Long still unable to find his control. This is his first walk, though.
Second baseman, Spencer Franco.
So now they get the leadoff man in front of Franco, Rankin, and Rodriguez. So Franco digs in. Already made a couple routine plays over at second. Now trying to get something going with the stick. Long. You get the feeling he really needs to try to find a first pitch strike here. He struggled early in the count. That one is a beautiful pitch. About knee high. Catches the away part of the plate. 0-1. Snoocher. Haven't seen him attempt much over from first. Does have decent speed on him. Oh, that's a well-located curveball. He's got a way better handle on that pitch than he has his four-seamer. He's been beautiful painting the lower part of the plate so far with it. 0-2, we'll see what he goes with. He's going to go check on Snoocher, and he throws it away. Snoocher's going to advance 90 feet over to second, and he's going to be held there. So he advances on the air. And now in scoring position with nobody out. Franco, a pretty reliable contact hitter with a chance here to get himself an RBI. So now with the mistakes compound, both bases that Snoocher's had have been unearned. He took that first one on the walk, then advances the second in the scoring position on the air. So now trying to take advantage of the early inning mistakes, but he's going to have to do it 0-2. That's a curveball that started, I'll tell you, man, it started letter high, inside. It almost was able to break its way into the strike zone. That's got a lot of bite on it. It's a good hook, and you might go to it again. Oh, and he does. Gets him swinging over the top of it. Down and away. A beautiful pitch. He just put that on the bottom shelf. Batter couldn't reach to it. So now Rankin walks in. Does a little bit of everything. He's played infield, outfield. He's relief pitched, and he's DH'd since this homestand started. So the definition of a utility man, but they need him to come up big here. This one down and out. Fastball misses. 1-0 with one down. Snoocher still standing on second, waiting to be batted around. The outfield is playing pretty deep. They're playing traditional, so a single might score him, and this one's over. It's not going to get in front of the first baseman. He's going to be able to corral that, but not without an advance from Snoocher. Good piece of base running. Moves him 90 feet closer, but there are two outs now.
Shortstop Rodriguez.
And now Rodriguez comes up. So Snoocher walked and then moved over on the air. Franco struck out. Rankin grounded out to the first baseman. So now the last chance to get this RBI round is going to come to Rodney Rodriguez. After him, lineup flips back over to Halligan. So a 9-hole hitter. Looking to do some work, but that's just dropped on a dime. That's when you know a pitcher has a good curveball. People with decent curveballs, they have the confidence to, leave that up and then drop it out of the zone. Try to get a strike with it, but you know someone's confident when they attack the zone with that curveball. Oh, and he just misses inside with it. Been by far his best pitch. 1-1, Snoocher gets his lead from third. You have to be careful with that curveball, though, as good as he's been locating it, because if it does kick up in the dirt, you might give up the run on the pass ball. Now this one poked over, got him way ahead of that curveball, poked it off the end of his bat over to second. It's corralled in there, flung over to first. So Snoocher got himself into second with nobody out, unable to take advantage of the scoring opportunity they were given Iowa Central, so this will stay all knotted up. 1-1. It's been a great game so far. We'll have more of it after this short break on the Tri-Nation Network. As Spencer Wiskus digs in, well, there's good news and bad news for each pitcher. They've each given up early runs, but on one hit and two hits respectively, the Tritons have only found two, but they were both doubles and they happened back to back. This one's dug in, gets him swinging over the breaking ball, 0-1. So Iowa Central hit the back-to-back doubles. And the Kirkwood's only run came off of a solo home run by Crater. So a lot of power hitting going on, not a lot of contact being found. Both pitchers have pitched very well, but when they have been hit, these bats have been able to take advantage of mistakes. Steffens now down in the count to the 8-hole hitter, 2-1. Just went in and out. He's worked out, in, so I was going to say, this one's pulled down, that the pattern would dictate he was going outside. He was, got the hitter way ahead of that one. Going soft and away is a tricky thing for a hitter to deal with because you want to sit back on that outside pitch as long as you can. But you bring that breaking ball over, it feels like you have to wait an eternity. And that's what happens. Just got Wiskus out ahead of that one. 2-2 looking to put him away. Got him swinging through a changeup early in the count, so that might be what he's going back to here. Got a lot of options. Goes changeup, gets him swinging over it. Able to keep himself alive, but did not see that pitch coming out of the hand. Had to do a desperation poke. But it's a good changeup he just spoiled. Keeping himself alive in the count, all you can do with 2 strikes. Now he'll wait for a mistake. And this one's brought right over the heart of the plate, and he's going to be a single in between Rodriguez and Aracena. He got his mistake, and he hits it for a single.
Center fielder General MacArthur.
So now MacArthur walks up with a chance to maybe get a little bit of a rally going here. They got the leadoff man on. If he can get on, you figure they're in good shape. Also, with a man on first, nobody out, and the 9-hole hitter coming up, they do have to be wary of him squaring around, but nope. Looks like he's going to swing it. It kicks away, and unable to corral it on the bare hand is Snoocher. So on the ball in the dirt. Now, same situation Iowa Central was in. After a mistake from the pitcher-catcher combination, they got a runner on second with nobody out. It's exactly how Iowa Central's bottom of the second ended. We'll see if they can take advantage. This one down and away, misses for a ball. 2-0, Steffens, a little bit frustrated with himself for missing that spot. Now generally a pitch he misses. That's where he lives, down and away to right-handers. And he's also, as this pitch comes in, oh, it is belted. It's not, nope, it's going to stay in. It's hung up right there. It looked like he got a little bit more of that than he did. Now they're going to try, they're thinking about tagging from second, but he'll wisely go back. Ball just died out there. Looked like it was going to have more carry than it did. I was thinking it was going to drift itself into the warning track. Lands about 15 feet short. Looked like it just hit a wall of air out there. So he gave it a ride, but it dies in front of Halligan. He's able to corral it. So after the pop-up, Howell will dig in as the lineup flips back over to the leadoff man. This one bunted over. Foul as it pulls down. You get a feeling that on a day where the wind was blowing out or even dead, that ball might have had a chance. But the way it is, the wind blowing left to right, right in the face of that pop fly. So 0-1 after the failed bunt attempt. And you have to figure that if he does square around again, he'll be looking to bunt for a base hit, not necessarily for a sack. They think that's his best chance to get on because really no sense in bunting a runner over to third with 2 outs. Doesn't do you an awful lot of good. The windup in the pitch from Steffens. This one up in the hands and in. 1-1. Howell grounded out to Rodriguez at short his last time up. And that would be a good result for him right now. That's probably what they're working for because that would be in front of the runner. It'd probably keep the runner stuck at second if they could get him to ground out in front of him. This one's popped up into about mid-level center field. Boys comes up over there. Handles the pop fly. It's a routine play, but you got to make it look routine. He takes it for the second out.
Number 9, Chili Mosley.
So now Mosley. Last chance here to try to take the lead in this ball game. The lead runner standing 180 feet away at second. He got there with no outs. They haven't been able to hit him around. Found himself a single and then advanced on a ball in the dirt. So 2 outs. Steffen's trying to work his way out of early trouble, and oh, that's beautiful. A lot of movement down and away, catches the corner. Swing at it if you want to, but it's probably best to just let that one go by. Not going to do much with it. Up quickly 0-1. Just worked in. They're attacking the middle part of the plate, but that curveball just got left hanging belt high, and it's going to cost a run. It's going to come around, put Kirkwood up 2-1. That pitch, not where he wanted to put it. Couldn't tell if it was a curveball or a changeup, but it was off speed, and he left it just hanging up there in the hit-me zone. Not where he wanted to locate that pitch at all, and it's going to cost him a single, and that's going to be the RBI. So Iowa Central fails to convert with a man on second and nobody out in their half of the second. And now here in the top of the third, Kirkwood hits their man around. Elion trying. This one they check over. Trying to maybe keep this rally going. They'll have to do it with 2 outs, but you know, as I mentioned before, in 3 out of the 5 frames so far, the offensive team has scored, so it doesn't feel like today's a day where 1 run is really going to be a safe lead. They'd really like to stretch the legs on it if they could. This one, knee high over the plate, well located. Gets himself back on track with a strike there, 0-1. Up early, a critical at-bat here. Try to stop the bleeding if you can. They caught him leaning. It was close over there. But the check's going to come up empty. Mosley with the RBI. He'll stand on first. Already giving Kirkwood a 2-run lead here. 2-1 lead, pardon me. 1-run lead. And this one's up and under it. It's a sky ball. I can't locate it. Oh, but Fran Diaz can just barely. Got himself out of position, but makes an athletic play. That ball was messed with heavy. It was straight up over the catcher's head, then drifted all the way over to where Diaz was eventually able to make a catch. So Iowa Central able to get the last out, but not before they give up 1. Now trying to answer down here. They're down 2-1. We'll see what the Bats can do right after this short break on the Tri-Nation Network. So the leadoff man gets the lead off the inning here. Batted around perfectly to him. So now he'll come up. He led off the first, but he grounded out over to first base. Got a lot of the ball, but just spiked it in front of him. Took a couple hops over to the first baseman. He'll be looking to put this one in a little bit more of a dangerous position, and that's going to help. Got the right man leading off an inning. Good on-base percentage from him. He's happy to take his walks. He's happy to take his singles. He doesn't really overswing. Just an on-base machine at the top of the order, but for now, he's in a good position to do his work. He's up 2-0 after 2 missed fastballs. Kicks and deals. This one right over the heart of the plate, but he gets around early on it. Maybe rolled his hands over a bit too. So that one's foul by a couple feet down the away dugout line. 2-1 now. See if they go with the curve here. It's been all fastballs so far. Pitch, nope. Straight, belt high. Catches the plate, 2-2. I think they caught Halligan looking for something off speed, too. But now 2-2. He's only got 2 pitches that he's been using consistently, but they're both good, and he can place them anywhere. We'll see what he does. Tries to sneak that curveball back door, maybe a little bit down and maybe a little bit away. Takes it for ball 3. Tough pitch to lay off of there. Good eye from Halligan. Works it full. See what he goes to here. It's a fastball. Down and away, and they're going to say it caught the plate. Tough call there, but Halligan will go down looking.
Number 11, Nick Boys.
So now Boys, he worked a heck of an at-bat. He saw 11 pitches, ended with him striking out. Swung over the changeup for strike 3. And now they're going to go right at him. He gets a lot of this ball over into the left center gap. It's carrying. It's going to be caught. Great play by the center fielder. About 10 steps to his right, able to cover the range. Got a bit too much air on that one. It was well hit, well located, but hung in the air just long enough. MacArthur makes the running catch, and now Diaz will walk up. He doubled his last time up. Came up pretty much after the same situation. Came up with nobody on, 2 outs. Was able to double, and then Calderon doubled and brought him around to score. Takes this one high and away, 1-0. Long fires. And that looked a bit down to the eye, but the official's going to give it. He's been allowing both pitchers to expand that bottom part of the strike zone. 1-1, he's got options. Diaz calls time. Through the game when the count's even, especially late in the count when the batter's seen a lot of his fastball, he's already seen 2. He's traditionally gone to the curveball in this spot. We'll see if he mixes up tendency. He doesn't. Tries to paint that inside corner, misses by about 2 or 3 inches. So did go, and now he needs a strike. Had a lot of faith. Down in the zone, and he goes to it again. 2-2. Nice pitch. Paints the bottom part of the knee. Right over the center of home plate. So now Diaz going to have to expand his zone a little bit. Try to protect. 2-2, Iowa Central down 2-1 after the run in the top of the 3rd. Gets on top of this curveball. Oh, good play over at second base. Beats him by a couple steps. Smooth job working the glove for Mosley, and that's how this will end. We'll be back with the top of the 4th after this short break on the Trian Nation Network. So the opening pitch of this, and they're going to have to be careful. Oh, they get him on one pitch over to Rodriguez. Slow roller, get him by a foot over at first. Good throw, strong throw from Rodriguez after getting a good jump on that ball. So after hitting the home run in the 2nd, Crater goes down in the 4th off the ground ball. So Bordner walks up after the ground out. Shahidi and Clark behind him. 1 down. 2-seamer. Maybe caught a bit of too much of the plate, more than he wanted, but he gets him looking. You can afford to be aggressive early in the count, because sometimes hitters looking to get ahead, looking to make you pitch to him, but that time they attack him right down Main Street. Now this cutter just runs away from him down and away. Catches him reaching for it, but it was nowhere near the plate once it got done breaking. 0-2 up, and now a lot of options on this 0-2 pitch. And this one belted high and deep, a foul down the left field line. So Steffens, as I mentioned, has 4 pitches that he locates very well. So when you don't want to get down, you don't want to get behind an account to a guy like that because you don't know what's coming. He's got options. He doesn't have to go after you. They challenge him with a fastball down in the zone, but he's early on it. Pulls it down towards the third base coach, foul. That's 2 straight fastballs on the 0-2 count. Now I'd look for something crooked. Oh, 2, 1 down here to Bordner. This one, they go a high fastball. It's a high pop fly over to Halligan. It's playable, and he makes the play. Barely had to move on that one. Gets him up under. It's a smart pitch. They were pitching him down and in all the way through, and that time they give him something up high. And I'll tell you something, when they've been jamming you down and in all day, that high fastball looks pretty good. So they get him to chase it up in the zone, and it's a innocent pop fly over to Halligan. Bordner pops out, and Shahidi comes up, looking to get a base runner here in this top of the 4th. Ooh, and that one, he got a good look at it. Chin high and inside, had to lean out of the way. 1-0. It's inside corner. Beautiful pitch. Painting the black. And this sequence of pitches, these last 4 or 5, have looked more like him when he has his best stuff. This one runs the breaking ball a little bit outside. Hitting his spots very well this inning. And this one, down on the fastball, it's swung on and yanked foul. 2-2. 2 down here in the 4th, in a game that's motoring right along. Only 5 hits between the 2 teams so far. Both pitchers have pitched pretty well for about 80 or 90% of their pitches and been punished on 1 or 2 mistakes. That's where the runs come from. A solo shot and a double have been the 2 RBIs from Kirkwood. And 2 doubles in a row. At the bottom of the 1st, still Iowa Central's only time scoring. This one up around the letters. 3-2. I'll tell you, it doesn't look overpowering, but that kind of movement up around the letters, it'll get a lot of guys to either pop out or ground out because it's hard to get on top of that ball. Gets on top of this one, but he's early on it. 3-2. Always interesting with spot pitchers like this when they work themselves into a 3-2 count. Because you have to guess whether they're going to try to challenge you here. We'll see what Steffens does. Does try to challenge him on the inside part of the plate, but misses in. So taking his walk is Shahidi, and now Cal Clark can have a chance to try to extend his lead if he can. He's got a runner on. Went down looking his last time. This one comes on. It's a rare walk from Steffens. He's a control guy. You don't usually get many. So you'd like to take advantage of it when you do. Problem is it comes with 2 outs. Clark the DH. Down 0-1 here after the fastball. Oh, gets him swinging over the top of a breaking ball. Stoops is going to throw down. It's a close one at the plate, but he's able to get in under it. Goes on the ball in the dirt. Snitcher gets a little bit of a lucky break. It stays right at his foot. All he had to do was grip it and go, but just unable to get the throw down in front of the runner. So now 1 swing of the bat away. We're putting a little padding on this 2-run lead as that moves a pretty good runner, and Shahidi up to second. You figure a single has a chance of scoring him. But up 0-2. And with an arsenal of pitches to go to, he goes up and under the hands 1-2. Steffens just went up and in. Maybe a breaking pitch down and away in order here. Lets it go. That's where they're going. Can't get him swinging on the fastball. And down there, if you miss at that spot with 2 strikes, if it's something like a changeup or a curveball, maybe you get the hitter going. But on the fastball, you really have to make it close because it's a little bit easier for the hitter to get a beat on. That time he misses by a good bit and can't get him swinging over it. 2-2, 2 down. Runner leading off a second. The wind now switching. It's going out to dead center. Oh, he's going to wrap around and have a look. Didn't even have anyone covering, just to remind Shahidi that he's there. Two count, a big spot here. Steffens fires over to Rodriguez. Takes a step over into the hole, delivers it to Diaz. It's going to be a ground out to end it. So they strand one off of some good pitching from Steffens, and he gets out of that inning clean. Still 2-1. Iowa Central now with a chance to swing the sticks here in the bottom of the 4th. We'll be right back on the Tri-Nation Network. So Calderon's going to come up here, try to get something going. Not a bad spot in the lineup to maybe host a potential rally. You got the 4, 5, 6 hitters coming up, and they all handle the bat pretty well. So Iowa Central, with an optimistic outlook, trying to get something here out of the bottom of the 4th. Curveball this time, he's not able to sneak it. So 1-0. Long kicks and fires. So far, Iowa Central only has 2 hits, and they were the back-to-back doubles in the first. That's how they put their run up. Other than that, Long has pitched a really good game. Both pitchers have. 2 guys at the top of their game. It's going to be up to a couple lucky or well-scouted swings of the bat for either of these teams to try to bust this game open. But for now, we're slogging through a pitcher's duel. Both pitchers breezing through. It's 2-1 right now here in the bottom of the 4th. But now he's behind in the count to a dangerous man, Calderon. This one's over, 2-2. Calderon, Iowa Central's only RBI of the game. He doubled Diaz around. Big power hitting lefty with the wind blowing out. This one foul tipped. Was the catcher able to control that? I don't think there's any way. It looked like it was foul tipped straight down. The official's going to have a conversation. I'm going to be honest, I don't have a good look at it, but I can't imagine he was able to get his glove under that. It was a foul tip off the bat, straight down. Shahadi came up, making the motion of I caught it. It doesn't look by the body language of the umpire that the first base ump or the home ump really had a good look at it. And they're going to say he got the glove under it. So a great defensive play from Shahadi. So now 1 down. And now Coach Meyer's going to have a conversation because I don't think there's any way. This is he said, she said. That happened so fast. And obviously you don't have a replay on this broadcast for you. So one down.
Number 15, junior Cena.
Sheedy got a little excited after the good play. He was putting up the 2-out sign. It's a great play, but it only counts for one. Aracena. Now I'm going to dig in. After both benches had a little bit of a conversation with the officials, just to be clear on the call. Now this one, a beautiful curveball over the inside part of the plate. He's been so good with that pitch. There's not really much you can do with it unless you're looking for it and you can get your hands around. That time, though, left it over the middle of the plate knee high. Freezes Aracena 0-2. So after two good curveballs, now he's in the hole. He has to protect. And now you don't know if fastball or curveball is coming. He's liked fastball for the first pitch when he gets up like this, and there he does it. High and away. Iowa Central looking for a base runner here. Aracena, a lot of pop, hits for a lot of doubles, and that'd be really nice. And here, gets it up high and deep. It's ripped over left. Oh, it gets over. It's fair. It sneaks in. It was hooking all the way. Doesn't matter. He absolutely belted that one. It comes down a good 5 feet over the fence. The left fielder has a look at it. But if it was fair, it was gone all the way, and he gets it fair. So he taps home plate, and Iowa Central goes up 2-2 after a blast. Told you he's got a lot of pop, and he got a hold of that one.
Number 30, Kyle Snoocher.
So now trying to keep it going, Kyle Snoocher. So now both teams have homered. Both teams have 2 runs on 3 hits. Only difference on the scoreline is that Kirkwood has committed 1 error, and to this point, Iowa Central's kept it clean. Otherwise, each team through 4 innings has 2 runs on 3 hits. So now having a little conversation, maybe to calm his guy down. Sheedy talks to him after the long ball. I didn't know if that one was going to keep itself fair. That's why I didn't call it high and deep off the bat, but it was able to. It looked like it was hooking, and they just kind of straightened out. He was able to ride it over the left field fence. Honestly, the wind blowing left to right probably had a big part of keeping that ball fair. It ends up fair about 10 feet inside the foul pole. Started looking like he was making a beeline for that foul pole and then pushed its way into fair territory. This one's a curveball snuck over. He's been just consistently being able to get pitches with that. He likes to throw it with 1 strike, so eventually that might be on the scouting report on that 0-1 count to know that he's going to have it and take a rip if you can. This one chopped up the middle. A beautiful play by shortstop. He bobbles the transfer, and he's going to be safe down the line. And that was the difference. He makes a beautiful play, laying out to his left, does Kreider. But as he steps up, he bobbles the transfer a little bit, unable to really get it clean out of his glove, and the end result is he's just a foot late. And Snoocher is able to find his way down the line. So an infield single from Snoocher. And I think Snoocher will be the first one to admit that an infield single is probably going to be the rarest thing on his score sheet. This one rides in. And now Iowa Central with 1 out is going to have runners on first and second. So now Iowa Central, they get a little bit of a turn of good luck off the just missed defensive opportunity. And now Jared Rankin, the DH, is going to walk up, looking to keep this going. If he could find a single, they've really got a rally going, or if he could just move these runners over. 1 down, Rankin up, contact hitting left. He likes to spray it opposite field, and there you go. He has a rip, trying to put it oppo, but just a bit late on it. 0-1, 1 down here. Iowa Central's already plated 1 on the solo shot. Neither team, it's 2-2, neither team has been able to really put up a rally. It's all been once. They've just sprayed him around. Kirkwood scored in back-to-back innings. They scored 1 in the second, 1 in the third. Iowa Central scored 1 in the first, and now 1 here in the bottom. Looking to expand on that and put up the game's first crooked number. This one misses down and in. 1-1, not exactly a whole lot of speed sitting on second. It's the catcher, Snoocher. but he can get around if it's a well-struck ball. If the outfielder doesn't have a perfect angle on it, he could reasonably be sent on a single all the way home. And this one, oh, not much you're going to do with it. It's been his bread and butter, and he goes to it again, 1-1. Eventually has to sneak its way into the scouting report. Every time he's been 1-1, he's went to that hook. He's been painting it beautifully. Now 1-2. This situation, 100% of the time so far, he's gone with a fastball about letter high. And he does it again, this time belt high. He takes it, strike 3. Goes down looking at the fastball. So the K will get hung backwards, and now Rodriguez comes up. Runners on first and second. Last chance to maybe take a little bit of an advantage of this. This one brought over for a strike. Two down here. Runner in scoring position. Way to be batting around. Oh, and it is belted. Got all of that one. Hit it on the screws. Gets the line drive over. Snoocher's going to come. The play at the plate. It will be late and offline. Snoocher scores. Iowa Central goes up 3-2. It was a heck of a throw in to make that close. But Snoocher beats it. No chance to get the tag as it chases the catcher off. Iowa Central up here 3-2.
Let's go, Hallie.
After a good piece of hitting.
The fielder, Austin Hannigan.
Didn't do too much. He knew a single would score him. Just a nice, solid contact swing, short to the ball. Hit it right on the screws, right back where it came from, up the middle. And he'll get his RBI for it. So they're going to leave Long in after the conference, probably just talking strategy, how they want to attack Halligan. Halligan is grounded out to the first baseman and struck out looking. Behind him is Nick Boyce, who's also 0 for 2, with a strikeout and a pop-up. After the Aracena home run, they were then able to get a couple runners on, and then Rodriguez was able to hit a single for his RBI. 0-1 here, and this one, straight fastball, laced over the outside part of the plate, about thigh high, able to find the zone. So Snoocher came around to score. Franco now sits on second. Good speed from him. So if he can get a hold of one and put it into the outfield, it could cost him another run. 1-2. His put-away pitch seems to either favor the curveball down and away or the fastball belt high and in. So we'll see where he goes here. Two options to really look for, but 1-2, he could really go anywhere if he wants to break cycle a bit. It's a fastball down, right over the part of the plate, and pardon me, it was 1-1. Now 1-2. So now 1-2, the flag dies out there. The wind has completely disappeared. The wind, as you can mention, if you've been following me through here in this ballpark, it can be unpredictable. It'll change between innings. It'll change between at-bats. And this one over the outside third, it's the same pitch he started him off with. And he gets him looking. So he gets him looking on the same pitch he started him with, and that's the second at-bat in a row. Halligan goes down on strikes, and he goes down with a bat on his shoulder. Got fooled there. I think he was looking change-up. But anyway, Iowa Central is able to get 2 there. And they're able to bolt up 3-2 off of an Aracena home run and a Rodney Rodriguez single for an RBI. So the bats finally wake up a little bit. First crooked number of the day. See if the pitchers can get back in control here. Steffen's still on the mound right after this short break on the Triton Nation Network. So now Whiskus walks up. Been a pitcher's duel so far, but now the bat's starting to maybe be able to squeak a few runs over. It's 3-2, but for the vast majority of this, as this one's come in, the two hurlers have been under control. Completely different styles. Steffens likes to spot up, likes to really confuse you about what's coming. Long has mainly only thrown 2 pitches, but he's been able to locate them well, and he's got a little bit of pop on that fastball that allows you to be chasing it, and then you can drop that curveball out in front of you. So the difference between the two has been rock and roll and smooth jazz so far, but both ways, they're working. And a belted one down the line. Got way out ahead of that one. Able to sneak it in, and it's going to be 2 at least. Able to snow cone it. He just saved an extra bag. The cutoff man, Rodriguez, just barely able to. That ball was half out of his glove when he pulled it in, and if it would have been able to get by him on the offline throw in from Halligan, runner probably would have advanced to third. So a double in front of MacArthur. Whiskus now. How about this from the 8 spot? He's 2 for 2 with a single and a double. MacArthur walks up. He popped out last time. So now having to work himself out of a spot of trouble. After the double, there's a runner in scoring position with nobody on, and they're going to try to bunt him over to third. Not a bad idea, and you would be suspicious of it. Iowa Central was playing up. Typical by-the-book situation to try to bunt here. Got your 9-hole hitter on with nobody out in a 1-run game with a runner already on second, trying to move him around to a position where a deep pop fly would score him. So look to them honestly to stick with this bunting until he's got 2 outs because it's the right time to try to lay one down. Corners are playing in. Nope, he's going to have a rip, and he gets way ahead of that changeup. And, that was a well-located pitch, but I think he was expecting him to bunt. Put a lot of movement over the plate. They were trying to get him to pop that one up if he did square around, but either way, they get the swing and the miss over the top of it. And now he's quickly up 0-2, and now he'll have to swing the bat. Two down. You'd figure the bunt's off, and now the corner's playing deep. And how about that? That's a beautiful pitch that he's been going to. That it depends on whether it's the righty or the lefty, whether he throws the cutter or the two-seamer in this situation. But that fastball, hand high, running in on you, it's hard to deal with, especially when he's been trying to nip and tuck you down and away. With 2 strikes, he likes to try to let it fly up in the zone and see if he can't get you to pop one out. This one's way up, though. 1-2. 1-2. Nobody down. Runner on second. It's Whiskus. He's got a decent set of wheels on him. A single will score him. So they have to deal carefully here. Oh, gets him way out ahead of that one. It looked like the fastball, and he was still way out ahead of it. I don't know what he was looking for there, but either way, he'll go down on strikes. Now 0 for 2 on the day. Howell is going to come up. So the strikeout is a good start, is a good way to start, but still, he's going to have to navigate his way around 2 batters near perfectly to try to walk the tightrope here. Leadoff man doubled, and now he's just waiting on second, and any decent piece of contact you figure is going to bring him in if it drops. So trying to keep his team out ahead, but it's going to be a tough ask. Howell comes up. He is 0 for 2. 2 ground outs to short. And I do believe both of them have been on 2-seamers in on him, where he tried to pull it in, but the movement got him on top of that pitch, and he's one-hopped both of them right to the glove of Rodriguez. So we'll see if they go to that well again. They seem to be setting up a way. This one he misses a spot by a good bit. Pulled off that pitch. Was trying to go down and away. Ends up high. Down the middle. So 2-0. He's got a base free. But he's also got the 2, 3, 4 hitters coming up. So you figure he's going to attack here. And he does. Drops the cutter over the inside part of the plate. 2-1. So as I said, it'll be interesting to see how they attack him if they get down 3-1, but they really don't want to. Is a base free. They could put the double play back in check. And this one's rolled over. He's going to check the runner at second. Diaz gets it over to third. He's still going to advance, though. Diaz scoops that one, saves the out. But a good piece of speed and a good piece of base running. He moves over on the throw. Now there's a runner on third, 90 feet away, 2 down. And with Mosley coming up. He's grounded out. Over to short, and then had an RBI single in the third. Looking to make it a 2 RBI day from the number 2 hitter. But he will be their last hope. They've got 2 outs. If this one misses inside. With the tying run just 90 feet away. Now with good speed on third and good speed at third and at the plate. We'll see what they do here. Batter calls time. 1-0. The corners are playing awfully deep. Wouldn't be an awful time to consider the safety squeeze, but with a batter who's already found a single today, they're just going to let him swing. He misses that one inside. 1-1. The 1-1 to Howell. Misses down and away with the changeup. 2-1. Steffens gave up a leadoff double. He's trying to work his way around it. And he has. Line drive. Corralled by Franco. Good contact. It was hard hit, but sometimes in baseball it's better to be lucky than good. That one right at a man. He lines out to second to end the inning. It's still 3-2. Steffens shuts him down after the leadoff double, and Iowa Central keeps his lead. We'll see if they can expand it right after this short break on the Triton Nation Network. So now, Iowa Central looking to expand their lead, and it's going to begin a potential rally. Nick Boyes, the first man trying to get on, he steps in from that left-handed batter's box. He has popped out to the left center gap as he squares around a bunt. Not a bad idea. Got a lot of speed on him. 1-0. So he popped out to center field. Made him track it a ways, but it was an easy enough pop fly. And in the first, he struck out on 11 pitches. So he's given some tough at-bats, but 1-1 now after the swing and the miss. You can't get him to expand the zone low. He has a good eye pretty much everywhere else, but he's tempted on those low pitches because he likes to go and try to get under them if he can have a golf swing. And he drives the ball well when he does make contact. This one popped up. 1-2. So 1-2. The first strikeout that he had in this exact same situation, they got him swinging on a changeup down below the knees. They go fastball, and like I said, they're trying to get him to have a cut down low, trying to convince him that the pitch is better for him out of the hand than it ends up being. But that time it's a fastball, so he can lay off that one pretty easy. He's going to swat the bugs out of his eyes there. They are starting to gather here, especially around the home plate area. So he calls time. When he digs back in, it'll be 2-2. Slight breeze blowing out to right center. Gets way out ahead of that one. Rolled it over. So 2-2 pitch. That's the third pitch in a row that they've gone down below the knees on him. He swung at 2 of the 3. But the thing is, with those fastballs, they're easy to lay off of. If you really want to get someone expanding the zone, what you got to do is start it near the zone and then just break it off. And that's right what they do. Get him swinging down and away with movement, and he swings over the top of it. So Boyce strikes out, swinging.
First baseman, Fran Diaz.
Fran Diaz is grounded out to second base and hit a double in the first. No RBIs, but he scored 1 run. A lot of pop in him. Always a threat to go yard or put one in a gap. So if he gets a hold of one, he can be an inning changer. This one, they're going to say it dropped right on the outside corner. Was close to being low, but hung around the kneecaps long enough to get the strike. 0-1. Kicks and deals. That one looked like the same location, just a bit higher. Doesn't get the call. 1-1, 1 down here. Bottom of the 5th. He's going to get the call on that one, though. Must have snuck over the inside corner. 1-2. So that's 2. 1 down and in and 1 down away that's been called to Diaz. Neither call he liked. So now you figure, yeah, that's what they're going to do. When you start to find out the officials willing to expand the zone in certain places, then every official has their spots where they're more willing to give a little bit off of. And so far, they found out that down you can get away with a bit more. So trying to get the zone expanded down there. And this one, ripped right up. Almost a beautiful play. Instead, he'll knock it down and flip it over. And that was just a pure reaction to get the second out. That one could have been bad. He's lucky that it went to his glove side. He's really lucky that went right to where his glove was already hanging out, because if not, if that one was right at him, he would have had absolutely no time to try to defend himself. So, scary play. Ends up going right off the leather. He gets the out. And now digging in is Calderon. And this one, he had a good look at it, but it's going to be popped out over to left. Got a ton of it, still waiting for that ball to come down. But when it is, it'll be caught on the basket. Iowa Central goes down in the 5th. Don't get a run out of it. Don't get a hit out of it. Can't find a man on. So now, going to have to try to keep this lead here on the top of the 6th. Steffen's still on the mound. We'll be right back on the Triton Nation Network. So Elon's going to walk up. Steffen's 6 outs away from getting Iowa Central the win. He's got himself a lead walking into the 6th, but not much of a lead. The slimmest of margins, they're up by 1. He's been pitching very well, and he'd love to get 6 more and get it himself out of this game, but this one's high and deep and carrying. Halligan's going to stop right in front of the warning track and deal it in. I lost that one up in the blue sky. Halligan didn't. Comes down with it for the first out. And when he's at his best,
Ryder.
when Steffens is at his best, which he has been these last 3 innings, that's what you're going to see. You're going to see a lot of high pop flies, and you're going to see a lot of ground balls. It's hard to square him up when he's locating his stuff well. That one he misses down and away. 1-0. And there. Finds the pitch he was looking for. Able to bring that one a bit closer to the plate. Get the 1-1 call. One down here after the pop out to lead off the inning. And that one, he was way ahead of that. Cue balled off the end of his bat. Now he's down 1-2. So you just had him ahead of the breaking pitch. The question is, do you switch up and go with the fastball, or do you stay breaking ball? But he's already had a look at it. They go fastball away. This one, Snoocher has to leave his feet, go dig it out, keep the wall up. 2-2. Grider. This one, he gets way ahead of the curveball, lofts it up, an absolute rain bringer. Sky ball, still waiting for it to come down. It does. Over there, Calderon having to track that down. It stayed up for a long time. Had to fight the wind and the sun all the way. Was looking directly up over the booth where the sun is as the wind messed with it, but able to get himself that second out. And now, last chance up is Bordner. He's popped out twice. And they're just buried. Knee high and away. Go get it. Wisely just letting that one go, because all you're going to do with that one, 9 times out of 10, is ground it out to second. This one over to third. Aracena puts it up. It's going to be a close play over there. His speed makes it tight, but they get him by half a step down the first base line. Kirkwood goes down 1-2-3, and Iowa Central now going to go to the bottom of the 6th. One last chance to add to this lead before they try to get the last 3 outs to put this game away. We'll be right back on the Trident Nation Network. And as we start out, Junior Aracena, both pitchers still on the mound as we start the bottom of the 6th. Both starters, both still the pitchers of record, obviously. Sitting here bottom of the 6th so far. Steffens in line for a win. Long, unfortunately, has pitched a great game. In line for the loss unless he can get some help in the top of the 7th. But still has to come get these 3 outs and keep the lead where it is. Takes his first one down and away, does Aracena. Aracena homered his last time up in the 4th. Good frozen rope line drive over the left field fence. Looked like it might be hooking foul, but the wind helped it sneak its way in by about 10 feet down the line. Really, he's dangerous, but he's most dangerous if he can get the bat. If he can get around, he loves to hit right down that left field line. So you see right there, that's the plan to neutralize that. If you can get him out ahead of curveballs, you can get him to ground out. But here, that's a fastball. Rode over down the left field line. It looks like it's hooking foul. It is. Into the corner, down over the bullpen. 1-2, but you can see that's where he likes to hit it. Likes to get that point of contact out in front of the plate. He has a really good follow-through, which allows him to chase that ball through the zone. Keep it fair down that line. So what you really want to do is you want to mix up speeds on him because you don't want to let him have a couple looks. And right there, that's exactly what they do. Freezes him with the curveball. They weren't going to mess around with the fastball again after that near home run. Drops it on him. They get him looking. And now it'll be Snoocher. Last time up, he singled. Takes this one down and in for a ball. 1-0. Snoocher also came around to score the leading run after he got on last time. Scored from second on the single from Rodriguez. And that's exactly the type of swing you're looking for when you throw that pitch. Gets him out. Got his weight on his front foot. Completely fooled him with the curveball. Got him swinging over the top. 1-1. When you're a pitcher and you throw that off-speed pitch, when you really know you got him is when you see the center of balance start to go onto that left foot. Same location, but this time it's a fastball. Same result, though. Swing and a miss. 1-2. So they've gone all three pitches down and away. Seems to be the scouting report on Kyle today. See if they go there again. They do, but this time he leaves it over, and he's got himself another single. Got himself behind in the count, but a great swing on the 1-2 fastball. Gets himself on base.
Second baseman Spencer Franco.
So Franco comes up. Runner on first. One down. Iowa Central has the 1-run lead, and they only need 3 more outs to get to protect it. But good swinging team like Kirkwood, you really like a bigger lead going in the top of the 7th if you can. So looking to add some insurance here in the bottom of the 6th. Almost gets him out ahead. He's able to keep it down, and now they'll check behind. Snoocher had a big lead, and when he saw it in the dirt, he took a couple steps towards. So they had to check behind him, but he was always going to get back in time. He read the catcher's intentions very well there. 1-0 to Franco. Snitcher on first after the single. That one. Change up outside. Looked like he was looking for something else. Has been his 3rd most used pitch. So sometimes when you only sneak one over every now and again, they forget that you even have the pitch until you break it out on him. He takes that one. 1-1. One down here, the double play. Still in play, and Snoocher and Franco. Not the fastest combination, so if one's put on the ground, could still be a bit of trouble, and they might get out of this inning. So that's what they're fishing for down there. Down low and away with movement. They're looking for a ground ball to the right side of the infield is what you're pitching for. 2-1. Infield is playing double play depth. Both pinching towards that second base bag. And both playing a little bit deep. Oh, now they're going to check behind Snitcher again. That one's close. The tag looked to miss over the top of Snoocher. You think he got in there anyway. But now 2-2. As I mentioned before, they're playing for a double play all the way here. The pitcher is going hard with movement away and down. So he's looking for a ground ball. And on top of that, they have their middle infielders positioned to turn it if he does get a ground ball, and there it is. Ground ball over 6-4-3. Get him by a step down the line, and they get exactly what they were going for right there. Get him to ground out into it, and now 3 outs to get. Looks like it's going to be Steffen's ball all the way through. He'll look to complete what's been a gem of a game from him. He looks for his 2nd straight complete game win when we come back. 3 outs to get it on the Triton Nation Network. So now Shahidi walks up. 3 outs to get. And it comes down to Max Steffens. He's pitched a gem of a game so far. He's went 6 innings, only given up 2 runs on 4 hits. One of those a solo shot. So hasn't really allowed them to rally on him yet. Now he's looking to earn his complete game, and this is going to help. Arcina attacks the little hopper, flings it over, out number 1. 5-3 in Iowa Central now. 2 outs away
Designated hitter, Cal Clark.
from going to 10-1 on this homestand. And looking to jump out ahead 1-0 in this doubleheader. We'll be playing another 9-inning game shortly after this. I'd say about 20 minutes on the turnaround. And this one gets over 0-1. Steffens trying to get his complete game. He's earned it so far. And nobody in the bullpen. They said, you've earned it. It's your ball. And this one just misses down and away. And it must have just missed. Gets a reaction from a crowd here. But as the umpire knows, every crowd populated entirely 100% by amateur umpires. And now 1-2 after the foul tip. Steffens looking to put him away. Doesn't get a lot of strikeouts. Now would be a good situation for one. Slings this one down and out. But these guys that pitch soft and with movement, they're looking for pop flies and ground balls, as I've mentioned. Let's see on it. He's got 6 strikeouts today. More than he gets. He gets him swinging through. Make it 7. Gets him swinging through a changeup inside. And now Kirkwood down to its last out. And Max Steffens away from getting himself the W. Would be well earned. Hasn't given up a run since the 3rd. Talk about keeping your team in the game. They got that lead. He hasn't looked back since. And he gets him swinging through here. He was definitely looking curveball or changeup there as he swings a mile late on the fastball. So now got him crossed up. Goes down and away, and ooh. It was a good spot to miss if he missed. 1-1. The 1-1 pitch. Gets it over, gets him swinging down, and now Spencer Wiskus is the last out. He's doubled and singled. Can he keep him in the game now? He's down 1-2. Steffens just got him swinging down and away. It might be time for a fastball up and in. Comes in. That's where they're setting up. Fastball. Nope. They're going to go with the changeup. Gets him swinging through it. A beautiful pitch game by Steffens. He goes for a complete game win. Goes all 7. Gives up 2 runs on 4 hits. No errors behind him. Iowa Central played beautiful defense, and they're able to get this win 3-2. I told you there were going to be 2 good games today. 2 of the best in the conference. 2 teams that are going to be fighting each other all the way down in the standings, and now Iowa Central able to give themselves a little breathing room. They're now up by 2 from Kirkwood in the standings. They'll still stay in 4th, but another win here would let them challenge up for 3rd. So whoever can win this next one puts themselves in good position to climb up and over. But for now, it's a good start to a beautiful day of baseball for Iowa Central. They take the first half. We'll be right back with the second half after the Iowa Central W. See if they can't sweep the day. But for this broadcast, I've been Tyson Strayer. Reese Webb on the camera. Thank you guys so much for listening. You've been listening to Baseball on the Triton Nation Network. If this is the only one you're listening to, you guys have a fantastic rest of your evening.